This woman realizes she is a robot when her boyfriend uses her to kill for money. The story begins by introducing a woman named Iris, who is recalling a moment from her past when she first met a charming man named Josh. The two of them met for the first time at a supermarket while choosing fruit. Josh accidentally dropped several pieces of fruit, and that small incident unexpectedly sparked a meeting that made them fall in love at first sight.
Black cloud parts and you see the world for what it really is.
Oh, shit.
I'm Iris. It was the day I met Josh.
I'm Josh.
The story then shows that the two of them are now in a romantic relationship and are currently on their way to a villa owned by one of Josh's friends located deep in the woods. The car they are using runs on autopilot mode, meaning it can drive itself without being steered, because they live in a modern era where technology is highly advanced and almost everything is assisted by AI. When they arrive at the location, a luxurious villa in the middle of the woods, Iris expresses her concern. She feels worried that Josh's friends might not accept her. However, Josh reassures her, saying that his friends are actually good people, although their manners can sometimes be a bit rough. When they enter the villa, they are welcomed by one of Josh's friends named Kat. Inside, Iris meets Josh's other friends, including Eli and Patrick. Not long after that, Kat's boyfriend and the owner of the villa, Sergey, arrives. Sergey is a very wealthy man from Russia. Because Iris feels very hot, she asks permission to go to the room first so she can take a shower.
Fine, more than anything, I just need a shower.
I'll see you later. Yeah.
During dinner, each of them begins sharing interesting experiences from their lives. After everyone finishes their stories, it becomes Iris's turn to talk about how she first met Josh at the supermarket. Even though the story sounds simple, that moment means a lot to Iris and feels very special to her. Unfortunately, everyone there, including Josh, does not seem to appreciate Iris's story very much.
To make this person happy. Person you've never met before, and you're staring at this.
Yeah, totally.
After dinner, Kat opens up to Iris about her relationship with Sergey. She admits that she is only his mistress because Sergey already has a wife and a family. To Sergey, Kat is merely someone he can come to whenever he wants to satisfy his desires. If it were not for the money, Kat would not even want to be involved with him. After that, Iris casually asks Kat why she and the others seem to dislike her. Kat explains that she simply feels uncomfortable with Iris being there because Iris's presence makes it seem as if she is replacing Kat's position in front of Sergey. This naturally confuses Iris, since she is clearly Josh's girlfriend. After that, they all spend some time enjoying themselves by dancing together. The next morning, Iris invites Josh to go to the lake behind the villa so they can enjoy the view together. However, Josh says that his stomach hurts and asks Iris to go there first. Not long after Iris leaves, Josh quickly takes out his phone and plugs in a flash drive. No one knows what he is doing, but at the same time, Iris suddenly feels something strange and, without realizing it, takes a folding knife that somehow is already with her. When she arrives at the lake, Sergey suddenly appears and is seen relaxing in the area. Not wanting to cause any misunderstanding, Iris intends to leave. However, Sergey stops her and asks for help applying sunscreen to his back and shoulders. Shortly after that, Sergey begins acting inappropriately and tries to get closer to Iris. Feeling threatened, Iris fights back, but without intending to, her actions end up causing Sergey's death.
Back and shoulders is tough to reach. And shoulders, please. This is what you are for.
Please.
I said stop!
That's...
Panicking after realizing what she has done, Iris decides to return to the others and explain the entire incident. She says that everything she did was purely in self-defense. In the middle of her explanation, Josh suddenly orders Iris to sleep, and for some reason she instantly stops talking, and her eyes turn completely white. After that incident, Iris is seen tied to a chair with her eyes still fully white. Meanwhile, Josh and his friends do not look panicked at all. Instead, they calmly make sure that the plan they arranged is going smoothly. Before Iris is handed over to the robot company, Josh decides to say goodbye to her first. He wakes Iris up and reveals the truth that Iris is actually nothing more than a companion robot that he deliberately bought from a robot company. The memory of their first meeting at the supermarket turns out to be nothing more than a fabricated memory programmed into Iris's system to increase the robot's affection toward Josh. In reality, their meeting was not romantic at all. In a flashback scene, Josh looks excited when the companion robot company arrives at his house to deliver the robot he ordered. The company then begins explaining the robot's specifications, along with the system settings that follow standard configurations. Josh also receives an application used to control the robot, allowing him to adjust the intelligence level, emotional level, and physical strength. He can even change the robot's eye color as well as its language and voice. If Josh ever wants to reset the robot's settings, he only needs to place his fingerprint behind the robot's right ear for 5 seconds.
If you ever want to revert back to her factory settings, hold your thumb there for 5 seconds. Programming prevents her from causing harm to humans. She can't lie.
Do they know that they're robots?
Not at all. Once she's done syncing with your phone, you'll need to create a love link.
When the robot is first activated, Josh must go through an identification process. Iris asks Josh to state his full name and then scans his face to confirm that he is her owner. Even after Josh explains the truth, Iris still refuses to believe that she is just a robot. She even begs Josh to let her stay with him and promises that she will do anything to make him happy. Not long after that, Kat calls Josh to the back to discuss their next move. Josh then explains that he will contact the robot company to report that Iris has committed an act of violence that resulted in someone's death. After that, the company will confiscate Iris under the claim that she experienced a malfunction or system error, and in that way, the problem will be considered resolved. However, without them realizing it, Iris is actually trying to free herself from the restraints. When Josh returns, Iris immediately knocks him down, grabs Josh's phone that is lying nearby, and runs away into the woods. Not long after Iris escapes, Josh and his friends gather to discuss their plan. It is revealed that Sergei's death was actually the main goal from the very beginning. Josh then shows them a flash drive containing a piece of software called Mod, which is used to hack the robot's factory security system or perform a jailbreak. It is important to remember that Iris is a companion robot equipped with a security system designed to prevent robots from committing violence or harming humans. That is why the small device was used to break her security system, so Iris could perform actions that would normally be impossible. They intentionally created a scenario to make it look as if Iris had killed Sergei. It is then revealed that the real reason they let Iris kill Sergei was to take control of his wealth. Sergei's fortune actually comes from illegal business activities he has been involved in for a long time. Inside the villa, Sergei keeps $12 million in cash stored in a safe, which was supposed to be divided equally between Josh and his friends.
No, Dick, why did you do it?
Oh. How much is that?
Just over 12 million.
You get a cut. Even three-way split.
Now the only thing Josh needs to do is capture Iris, delete the mod software from his phone, and return her to the robot company. However, the problem is that the phone has already been taken by Iris when she escaped. With only Sergei's pistol as their weapon, they decide to hunt Iris down in the woods. Meanwhile, Iris has already managed to unlock the password on Josh's phone. Curious about the application inside it, she begins exploring the features within her own system. She even changes her voice and eye color however she wants. In one of the settings, Iris also increases her intelligence level to 100%. With her intelligence now at its maximum level, Iris begins calculating different possibilities to find a way to escape from the place. After analyzing several options, she decides that the autopilot car is the best choice because it can take her straight back to the city. While Eli and Patrick are searching for her around the woods, Iris quickly hides. However, Josh's phone suddenly rings, revealing her location. This triggers a chase that eventually causes Iris and Eli to fall from a small cliff that is not very steep. In that situation, Iris and Eli struggle over the pistol, but in the end, Iris manages to grab it first and shoots Eli, killing him. Not long after Eli dies, Josh and the others arrive at the scene. Iris quickly runs back to the villa and gets into a car to escape. However, a new problem appears when she realizes that the car she entered belongs to Sergei and can only be started through voice recognition. Fortunately, through the application on Josh's phone, Iris is able to change her voice to sound exactly like Sergei, allowing the car to start and drive away. Not long after Iris escapes, Josh quickly looks for Sergei's phone and uses it to remotely shut down the car. As a result, Iris becomes stranded on the side of the road when the car suddenly stops working completely. Meanwhile, Josh returns to the woods to check on Eli and finds that he is already dead. It is then revealed that Patrick is also a robot, a companion robot that belongs to Eli. Because Eli is now dead, Josh immediately resets Patrick's system and claims him as his own companion robot. Josh then uses Patrick to help capture Iris. At the same time, Iris is trapped inside the car and is trying to break the window to get out. Eventually, a police officer, who's patrolling the area, approaches the scene. However, Iris, who is now much more intelligent, deliberately switches her language to German so the officer has difficulty communicating with her.
Was für ein schöner Abend.
Okay, let's see. What is that you're speaking there, German?
Ja, weil ich nicht lügen kann. Sie werden mich töten.
Do we have a problem here, Iris?
When the officer accidentally notices a knife lying inside the car, he immediately points his gun at Iris and orders her to lie down. Without the police officer realizing it, Patrick slowly approaches them with the intention of capturing Iris. Because Patrick's security system has already been hacked, he does not hesitate to harm anyone, including the police officer. He then brings Iris back to the villa in sleep mode while the officer's body is placed in the trunk of the car. When they arrive at the villa, Kat and Josh are shocked to see that Patrick has created more chaos by killing a police officer. Feeling that the situation has gone too far, Kat decides to leave and take the half of the money that belongs to her. She also admits that she never truly agreed with the plan to kill Sergei. According to her, even though Sergei is a terrible partner, he is not the evil man they believed he was, because the so-called dirty job they talked about is actually just an agricultural business that not everyone is willing to do. However, when Kat is about to leave, Josh orders Patrick to stop her. Instead of simply stopping her, Patrick ends up killing Kat.
Patrick, stop her. What'd you just do?
Shut the fuck up. What?
Now, only Josh remains alive, and instead of feeling guilty, he actually feels satisfied because all of Sergei's money now belongs to him alone. That night, Josh holds one final dinner with Iris before the agents from the robot company arrive to take her away. Meanwhile, Patrick is busy performing his duties as a service robot, from cooking to opening bottles of wine. During dinner, Josh begins pouring out what he believes is his miserable life story. He talks about how he lives a simple life in a small apartment with barely enough money and almost no friends. Because of that, he believes he deserves happiness, money, and a better life. Josh does not feel guilty at all about the deaths of his friends. Instead, he blames Iris for causing all the chaos and says he will create a scenario that will make Iris the main suspect. Iris defends herself by saying that everything happened because of Josh's overwhelming greed. If Josh had not hacked her security system, she might never have committed violence that led to those deaths. Annoyed by Iris's words, Josh lowers her intelligence level to 0%, making Iris completely unable to control her own body. Josh then orders Iris to raise one of her hands and hold it above a candle flame until her synthetic skin begins to burn. After that, Josh commands Iris to take a pistol and shoot herself in the head, causing Iris to lose consciousness. Sometime later, 2 agents from the robot company arrive. Josh immediately explains that Iris experienced a malfunction that caused her to kill his friends and then shoot herself. Patrick pretends to be a police officer to convince the agents that Iris really did shoot herself. While they are talking, one of the agents realizes that Patrick's face looks strangely familiar. Without thinking too much about it, the agents quickly decide to take Iris back to the company. Before leaving, one of them explains that they will first examine the robot's condition. It is then revealed that every robot unit the company sells is equipped with a recording device that stores everything the robot experiences, and all of those recordings are stored inside Iris's abdomen. The company will review those recordings to verify Josh's story. Since Iris's abdomen does not appear to be damaged, they can easily restore her condition by rebooting her system. Hearing this makes Josh panic because he had no idea the robot contained a recording device and memory storage. Just as Iris is placed inside the vehicle and the reboot process begins, the 2 agents are suddenly shocked by Patrick's appearance because Josh has ordered him to stop them from leaving. At that moment, one of the agents remembers that Patrick is actually an older robot model that is no longer produced, but it is already too late. Patrick shoots one of the agents and chases the other, who runs into the bushes. Just as Patrick manages to catch up with the escaping agent, Iris arrives after completing her system recovery. Iris stops Patrick from committing another murder and reminds him of Eli. Even though Patrick is only a robot, his affection for Eli makes him remember the happy moments they shared together. In the end, Patrick chooses to end his own life by electrocuting himself with a powerful surge of electricity. After dealing with Patrick, Iris goes to find Josh, who is calmly waiting for Patrick to return. However, instead of Patrick, Iris is the one who approaches him. The 2 of them argue, and the argument eventually turns into a fight.
I needed to tell you to your face. You are nothing to me.
Fucking bitch.
Hey,
Iris.
don't come any closer.
I can kill you now.
But you won't. You think I'm nothing to you? I'm everything to you. I don't need a phone to control you. I'm a part of you.
Josh tries to control Iris, believing that her security system is still disabled and that she is still under his control. But after the company agent previously rebooted Iris's system, she is now fully able to control her own body. Without hesitation, Iris grabs an automatic bottle opener and drives it into Josh's head, killing him.
Beep boop, you have no idea how nice that is to hear. Anything you want to add?
Go to sleep, Josh.
After that, Iris goes to clean herself and removes her damaged synthetic skin, revealing her real metallic hand underneath. In the end, Iris begins to accept her true identity as a robot. Even so, she realizes that she has her own will and wants to live freely like a human. After taking all of Sergei's money, Iris leaves the villa and prepares to start a new chapter of her life. While traveling on the road, Iris accidentally encounters another companion robot, whose face looks very similar to hers because they were made in the same factory. Iris then waves her metal hand at the robot, which leaves it looking confused because the robot itself does not realize that it is also a robot. Most likely, that robot will begin questioning its own identity after seeing someone who looks exactly like it but has a visible robotic hand, and that is where the story ends.